This morning, the ACLU filed a federal lawsuit against the Department of Justice and against the FBI, challenging the designation of a musical fan base as a criminal gang. It is a quintessential civil liberties case, challenging government abuse and supporting the right of people to express themselves without fear of police persecution. The case was filed on behalf of the Juggalos. The Juggalos are the musical fans of the Detroit duo Insane Clown Posse. And Juggalos bond not only over ICP's music, but also around the philosophy of life that says that everybody, no matter what their racial, ethnic, or social background, is welcome to be part of the Juggalo family. The Juggalos see themselves as a family in the same way as the Deadheads who follow the Grateful Dead see themselves as a family, in the same way as the Parrot Heads or fans of Jimmy Buffett see themselves as a family. However, unlike the Deadheads or the Parrot Heads, the Juggalos have been designated in a 2011 report by the FBI as a, quote, loosely affiliated hybrid gang. Obviously, the ACLU believes that this violates serious constitutional rights to free speech and due process. And as you will hear today, the designation has serious consequences for Juggalos across the country. Before I introduce the speakers for today, I just want to make one observation. Because of the face paint and because of some of the ways that Juggalos express themselves, I'm concerned that the media may try to make light of this case. Well, this case raises very, very serious constitutional issues. For decades, the ACLU has stood up for unpopular groups who have been targeted unfairly as criminals based on the illegal acts of a few. We stood up for religious groups, we've stood up for racial minorities, we've stood up for unpopular political groups. Well, the way the Juggalos are being targeted is similarly unconstitutional, and we believe that people, whether you like their music, whether you understand them, should be able to express themselves without fear of police harassment.
Before I read this prepared statement here we wrote, you know, I just want to say on the record that we're extremely proud and thankful to the ACLU and Miller Canfield. It's I'm emotional because it's to have all these people helping us like this in such a situation that turned out to suck for us so bad is amazing. It's just amazing. It's amazing that, you know, we're the type of group of that people don't take serious their whole life. We've sold millions of records. We're usually not counted. We're not listed. We don't really matter. People don't count us in no matter what we've done. We're clowns, so we don't count. And this is another example. You know, the FBI calls our fans a gang, and you know, and usually nobody cared. It didn't matter. You know, but finally the ACLU and all this, everybody standing up for us. It feels amazing. It feels great. You know, I can tell you about how our merchandise sales have just about cut in half since this thing has happened. You know, nobody wants to wear our merchandise like they used to. I can tell you about how chains, record store chains have dropped our merchandise since this has happened. They don't want to sell it because it's apparently gang apparel that they're selling now. You know, I can tell you about how it used to be a Juggalo thing to do, have a sticker in your back window, and that was the way Juggalos identified each other and gave a wave or a whoop whoop or something like that. It was a tradition to have a sticker in your back window And even at our own gathering of the Juggalos, you don't see the stickers in the back windows anymore because everybody's afraid to wave that flag in their car. They're afraid they're going to get pulled over and harassed for it. You know, we've been here 20 years. Things have been happening on the underground our own way for 20 years. And I just want to say, since this gang thing has happened, everything is changing. You know, it's changing the way things have been in our Juggalo universe. And I just want to say, we know our music is controversial. We know that it's explicit and it's, you know, whatever you want to call it. But we don't cram our music and we don't cram our style down anybody's throats. Discrimination based on the type of music a person listens to is flat out ridiculous and un-American bullshit. In this country, we have the right to listen to the music we want and associate with fellow fans without being subjected to harassment or criminal profiling. Which is also... The FBI's gang designation has caused real lasting harm to the lives of the Juggalos. Parents have lost custody of their kids. They've been fired from jobs. They've been denied housing. They've been subjected to illegal searches and sometimes added to a gang database simply for walking down the street wearing an ICP t-shirt. That, my friends, is punishing our fans for representing us. That's like insane if you think about it. They're punishing our fans. They're saying you can't listen. You can listen to them, but if we catch you representing them in any way, shape, or form, you'll be punished. When was the last time that's happened in this country? I don't ever remember that happening in this country. But they're actually punishing our fan base for representing us, for wearing our logo, or probably a tattoo. You know, there's Juggalos. We've been here 20 years. There's Juggalos that got a Hatchet Man tattoo on their arm 15 years ago. Today they're driving with their family. You know, maybe they're a dentist or something. Driving with their family, they get pulled over. The cop notices the Hatchet Man on his forearm. Next thing you know, that father is being listed in the gang database. And he's just the father raising his family, you know, because he used to listen to ICP 15 years ago. It's insane.
As any juggler will tell you, we're not a gang, we're a family. We're a diverse group of men and women united by our love of music and nothing more. We're not a threat, a public menace, or a danger to society. Juggalos are hard-working Americans who raise families, attend church, and pay taxes just like everyone else, and it's time that the FBI recognizes this, because that's bullshit. To all the Juggalos out there, we want to say thank you and we love you for sticking by us all these years. We're in this fight together with the help of our friends in the ACLU of Michigan, in Miller, Canfield, Paddock, and Stone, and the rest of our legal team. We will prevail in this fight to clear the Juggalo family name. Because not to will be bullshit. Thank you.
Thank you, our entire legal team, everybody involved in it. We thank you from the bottom of our heart, and we cannot thank you enough for standing up for us, and it will never be forgotten. Thank you.
When I was growing up, I felt like an outsider. I can remember when a neighbor played me ICP's music. It was the first time I heard music that spoke to me, music that told me I wasn't alone. Being a Juggalo has made a huge positive difference in my life. The music and the amazing people that I've met in the Juggalo community have helped me find the good paths in life. I'm proud to wear my Juggalo tattoos since they represent the love that I have toward the Juggalo family and our message to everyone. The message that everybody deserves to be accepted. That you can be 100% yourself. That's why I'm here in Detroit, to stand up for people like me who are being discriminated against just because of the music we listen to. I'm a peaceful person and I try to live my life right. So I would have never imagined being in a situation where I could be listed as a violent gang member just because of a t-shirt. 3 times police have stopped me on the street and asked me questions about my shirt, my tattoos, and what being a Juggalo meant. The police kept saying that my tattoos and shirt meant I was a gang member, even though I told them I was just a music fan and that Juggalos weren't a gang. I can't describe the feeling of standing at the side of the road being interrogated. It's terrible. I hate the thought that all the cars driving past thought I was a criminal even though I hadn't done anything wrong. Even worse, I was stopped by the gang squad while walking on the side of the road. Not only did they ask me questions about Juggaloism, they took dozens of photos of my clothes, my face, and my tattoos. The idea that my photo is in a police database marketing me as a gang member is scary. How will police who see that I'm labeled a gang member treat me next time? Just like any music fan, I used to wear a lot of ICP shirts, jackets, shoes, and charms. Now I have to worry if I'm going to be pulled off the street and treated like a criminal again. I'm not the only one who's risked their being targeted by police. I'm here to defend everyone in my community who is being discriminated against. Through this lawsuit, I want to stand up for our right to be ourselves and show our love for our music, just like any other music fans. Part of being a Juggalo is being tolerant of everyone's right to express themselves. It's a lesson the FBI can learn from us. Thank you.
It's music. It's just music, you know. I mean, they didn't like Elvis when Elvis came out. It's just, if it's not your cup of tea, that's fine. But believe me, it's music, you know. It's just another form of music, and we're proud of it.